Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome as you're logging in. It's nice to see a lot of you from the previous session and new faces for today's session. I'm Kim Weeks with Weeks Well. A bunch of you do know me, but those who don't, hello. It's very nice to see and to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time to come. And this session will be free on YouTube for about a week as soon as the recording is done today. So just a welcome and thank you to what it's turning out to be even more people who are watching these sessions after the fact then are able to make it live. So I am so happy to go on with the second month of Weeks Well's Fostering Transformation Yoga and Justice series that we started last month, and that Amina, Naru and Pamela Eggleston will be moving on with. So last month, the sort of the basics of yoga and racial and social justice were laid out for us. And Amina and Pam, you are yoga trainers with, between the two of you, decades and decades of training in the yoga sphere. But you now will be taking this sort of baseline of understanding for our audience to another level, which we have continuously talked about with the term spiritual acumen. So I'm going to step back and let you all take over and tell us more about you and who you are, and how you're taking this narrative into this next phase of understanding and learning for us. And also to say to those on the session, I'm going to be muted and won't come back on until we take questions at the end, like the last 15 minutes or so. Unless there's any reason that there's like terminology, sort of an acronym you'd like explained, or anything like that, just check out the chat, because Alyssa, who's hi Alyssa, thank you so much, she's our producer today, will be just trying to make sure we all like stay on the same page. So if there's anything you need or anything you'd like to ask, you can certainly ask us, and we'll be silently kind of communicating with you. And then at the end, I'll come back on and moderate the questions. Does that sound good? I mean, and Pam, it's so nice to see you. I'm so glad to see you both. And I'm going to go mute and welcome again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kim. And hello, everyone. And hello to our participants who couldn't make it live, right? These are the times we're in. Can I get here in person, or can I get here to see it later, which is beautiful. I think that's lovely that you offered on your YouTube a week later for people to catch. So I am Pamela.
And I am Amina. And we are the co-founders of Retreat the Spirit. I see Mel is on here. Hi, Mel.
Mel. Oh, my goodness.
Buddies. Thank you. Great
Yes.
to see you and everyone else who is joining us.
So Mel, we've known Mel for how long?
Back in Yoga Service Council days.
Right. Yeah. You want to go back, Mel? So yeah, we have the obligatory PowerPoint. However, this is a discussion, and as Amina will allude to probably throughout this presentation, our style is one of participatory, but also information sharing as it relates to our experiences and trials and tribulations and even trauma in this space of yoga and wellness. So welcome. Our topic is transforming your presence in daily life. So how can we transform our presence, and how can we, really transmute it, right? That's us.
So that's us, people who visit our website. This is one of the photos that you will find on our website. But, Pam and I came together. Our actual first meeting was at a Yoga Service Council conference. I think that was probably in 2016. And you can read the verbiage there, but I'm just going off of those wordings. But to just give you some insight into, us coming together was very divine. We like to call it, just knowing the moment that we were in each other's presence, that we were meant to do something together. We were meant to create something together. And fast forwarding, we she got on the board of the Yoga Service Council. I was on the board of Yoga Service Council. We got to work together even more and learn our styles of communicating and how to do business with each other. And we took that and created Retreat the Spirit, after serving as co-executive directors of Yoga Service Council, which was a national nonprofit. We've done many projects together within that entity and on our own as well. But for the most part, our mission is to raise the awareness and of raise the spiritual awareness of people who are just want to be better, feel better, bring more happiness, more peace, more joy into your lives, and how to do that, because life isn't always easy, and we didn't come with a plan or a playbook, and so we're figuring this thing out, and the more people that we can have in our support systems and our teams and mentors, the better.
Mm-hmm. So in our name is spirit, right? Retreat to spirit. And so, as Amina alluded to, I'm moving your picture around on my screen since I'm sharing it, is our mission is really to focus on the subtle, energetic, and soul-inspired aspects of yoga connection, compassionate leadership, and wellness. We are proponents of compassionate leadership. Both of us come from, before our yoga lives, corporate. And, what we saw often, but what we're seeing now is a shift towards this kind of compassionate leadership in various spaces. For example, LinkedIn, Google, where they have meditation at a time where everybody can share, some mindfulness things, yoga, and also some type of wellness programs. And so we've been asked by some corporations to, create some of these things for corporate, and also doing mentorship with people who are like-minded. And so our values are shared mentorship, self-care and self-inquiry, and community care and service. These are critical when you're talking about anything subtle or soul-inspired or spiritual. And so, as Kim alluded to earlier, this idea of what is really a spiritual connection and what is really a soul connection. And so I think that these COVID times, I have been calling it for several months now, the Corona illumination, right? So we have this idea of the Corona illumination, where in the midst of death and heartache and destruction and trauma and triggering, what is the illumination aspect that we can learn from during this time, during this third year going into of this pandemic? And what work have we done as it relates to diving deep into our own selves, as it relates to our self-awareness, being curious about ourselves, the small SELF and the capital SELF, right? Like what is that connection that we can all tap into as it relates to oneness and wholeness, true oneness, because, people, not the spiritual bypassing oneness of we are all one, and then I can go back to doing the destructive things I was doing before the pandemic, but really embodying the oneness. Like I see myself in you,